For most of human history, work followed nature. The sun rose, the sun set. Life moved at a human pace, shaped by seasons, daylight, and physical limits. Then, within a single century, everything changed. Time was no longer observed. It was measured. Labor was no longer flexible. It was scheduled. Human rhythm was replaced by the rhythm of machines. In the next 10 minutes, drawing from historical records, contemporary accounts, and AI-assisted visual reconstruction, we will witness how the Industrial Revolution transformed work, cities, and families, and how the modern world learned to move faster than the people living inside it. This was not just technological change. It was a redefinition of how human life itself was organized. The Industrial Revolution was not simply a story of invention. It was a transformation in control. Over time, labor, and productivity. Once machines began setting the pace, human life adjusted around them. And from that moment forward, there was no clear way to slow the system down. By the mid-18th century, Europe stood at a crossroads. Population was rising steadily. Trade networks were expanding across continents. Demand for goods began to outpace what traditional production could supply. For centuries, work had been done by hand, in homes, farms, or small workshops. Skill mattered more than speed. Production followed daylight, weather, and season. Time was flexible, shaped by nature rather than schedules. But this system was reaching its limit. Markets demanded more cloth, more tools, more goods than human hands alone could produce. Delays became costly. Shortages became common. Britain, rich in coal, capital, and access to global trade, became the testing ground for a new approach. Inventors searched for ways to increase output and reduce reliance on manual labor. New machines promised efficiency, consistency, and scale. What began as a solution to economic pressure would soon transform far more than production. It would reshape how people worked, lived, and understood time itself. Textile machines began replacing hand weaving, transforming industries that had relied on skilled labor for generations. Steam engines replaced muscle, allowing production to continue regardless of human strength, weather, or daylight. Work shifted out of homes and small workshops and into large factories. Production became centralized. Processes were standardized. Output became predictable. The pace of work changed completely. Machines did not tire. They did not slow down. And neither did the people required to keep them running. Shifts stretched for hours. Schedules replaced flexibility. Human labor adjusted to mechanical rhythm. Productivity soared. Costs fell dramatically. Profits expanded at a scale previously unimaginable. The factory was not simply a new place to work. It represented a new system for organizing life itself. Time was divided into shifts. Tasks were broken into repetitive actions. Skill mattered less than endurance and speed. For employers, efficiency became the primary measure of success. For workers, survival depended on keeping pace with the machine. The transformation was swift and irreversible. Once factories proved more productive than traditional methods, there was no return to the old system. Entire industries reorganized around machinery. What began as technological innovation quickly became a social revolution. The machine did not just replace tools. It redefined how humans related to work, time, and value. From that moment forward, production no longer followed human rhythm. Human lives followed the rhythm of the machine. Factories did more than change how goods were made. They changed where people lived. Work drew people off the land and into cities at an unprecedented scale. Villages emptied. Rural life declined. Industrial centers expanded almost overnight. Cities exploded in size faster than anyone could manage. Housing was built quickly and cheaply. Rooms were crowded. Buildings rose without planning or regulation. Sanitation was largely ignored. Waste flowed through streets and waterways. Clean water was scarce. Disease spread easily among dense populations. Streets became congested with workers, carts, and machines. Noise filled the air. Smoke darkened the sky. Coal dust settled over homes, clothing, and lungs. The pace of urban life accelerated sharply. Everything revolved around production schedules and factory shifts. Time became rigid. Movement became constant. Cities grew faster than systems could support them. Infrastructure lagged behind population. Public health collapsed under pressure. Inequality became visible and unavoidable. Yet people continued to arrive. Despite overcrowding and hardship, cities offered wages, opportunity, and survival in a changing economy. Factories provided work when traditional livelihoods failed. The modern city was born from this contradiction. It was not carefully designed. It was not gradually planned. It was forced into existence by production. Industry dictated where people lived, how they moved, and how they organized daily life. Urban growth became a consequence, not a choice. From this moment on, cities would no longer grow at human pace. They would grow at industrial speed, and society would struggle to keep up. Work was abundant. Security was not. Factories demanded labor at a scale never seen before, and people responded. Men, women, and children worked side by side, often for long hours, in dangerous conditions. Machinery was powerful, but unforgiving. Guards were minimal. Accidents were frequent. Injuries were considered part of the job. Exhaustion was expected. Illness meant replacement, not recovery. Time became money. Every minute had value. Rest became waste. The rhythm of the machine dictated daily life. Shifts began before sunrise and ended after dark. Meals were rushed. Sleep was short. Human bodies were forced to adapt to mechanical pace. Those who could not keep up were dismissed or replaced. Skill mattered less than endurance. Speed mattered more than health. For factory owners, efficiency defined success. For workers, survival meant compliance. Children labored because families needed income. Women worked because wages were low. Entire households became dependent on industrial schedules. This was progress, but it demanded sacrifice. Not just in comfort, but in safety, dignity, and long-term health. Lives were shortened. Bodies were worn down early. The Industrial Revolution increased wealth and output, but it transferred much of the cost onto human lives. Machines multiplied productivity. They also multiplied pressure. Society gained speed and scale, but it did so by pushing human limits further than ever before. The modern world was being built, not only with coal and steel, but with exhaustion, injury, and sacrifice. And once that system took hold, stepping away from it was no longer an option. The Industrial Revolution generated levels of wealth the world had never seen before. Output expanded, markets grew, entire industries transformed, but this wealth was unevenly distributed. New social classes emerged. Industrial capitalists rose quickly, accumulating power through ownership of factories, machines, and networks of production. At the same time, a permanent working class formed, dependent on wages, vulnerable to market shifts, and largely excluded from decision-making. Economic life reorganized itself around production and profit. Local economies were absorbed into larger systems. Goods traveled farther. Resources flowed across borders. Production scaled beyond nations. Supply chains lengthened. Markets became interconnected. The modern global economy began to take shape. It was efficient, it was powerful, and it was unstable. Growth accelerated, but so did inequality. Booms created opportunity. Crashes destroyed livelihoods. Economic success became tied to expansion rather than balance. Stability depended on constant movement, constant output, constant consumption. The Industrial Revolution did not simply create new machines. It created a system that rewarded speed, scale, and efficiency above all else. That system transformed wealth, labor, and power permanently. And once economies became global, no single nation could fully control the forces it had helped unleash. The modern economic world was born in this moment. Capable of extraordinary productivity, but always carrying the risk of imbalance beneath its surface. The Industrial Revolution did not simply change how people worked. It changed how people lived. For most of history, time had been natural. It followed daylight, seasons, and human limits. After industrialization, time became scheduled, divided, and enforced. Labor was no longer personal. It was measured, counted, optimized. The modern world gained speed, scale, and power. Production multiplied. Cities expanded. Wealth accumulated at unprecedented levels. But something quieter was lost: control over rhythm. Machines set the pace. Systems demanded efficiency. Human life adjusted around schedules it did not design. Progress delivered comfort and possibility. It also delivered pressure, imbalance, and constant acceleration. The Industrial Revolution built the foundation of the world we now inhabit. A world driven by productivity, growth, and technological momentum. And the question it introduced has never disappeared. Do we control the systems we created, or are we still adapting ourselves to keep up with them? The factories of the 19th century no longer dominate our skylines, but the logic they introduced still shapes our lives. Time is still measured. Labor is still evaluated. Speed is still rewarded. The machines have changed. The question has not. The Industrial Revolution did not end. It became permanent. And understanding that moment helps us see not only where the modern world began, but why it still moves faster than the people inside it.